Hey, attention crypto gossipators, things are about to get interesting. Remember, not financial advice.
Hey guys, what is up? I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone's having an amazing day because I am as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So, very interesting stuff. As you know, beta Shibarium's out. You know, everyone is testing it out. Everyone's using it, really diving deep into the knowledge, okay? Because this is an indication of what more or less we are going to receive once the real thing comes out, okay? The final version. So people have been talking about probably the most important point. What are the transaction fees? Because the whole point of this, you know, is to lower these transaction fees. I mean, there are other important points, but transaction fees are extremely important because people were getting tired of the Ethereum blockchain being so expensive, having to, you know, spend crazy amounts of money on these fees that just make no sense. So here it is. Someone actually made a post saying if these transaction fees are real, it will change the world and crash the internet. Everyone would work through Shibarium, whether it's a small corner SHIB or a big company. We are part of a very big thing. Okay, so here we've got a screenshot. Now, let's see what the people have to say about it, and then we can dive deep into it. By the way, these are the transaction fees. I've actually even made a video, but now we've got opinions of investors, so this is going to get very interesting. So, that's the dream, correct? Although I keep seeing grumbling about being low, I'm pretty sure that's just organized FUD because only an idiot can't see they sent just 10% of one bone in the transaction. These fees are correct and stable, then even if bone hit an unachievable $50,000 per bone, transaction fees would be $1. This is TX fee for the very lightly used test network. The live one will have a tune more traffic, so you'll see greatly increased gas fees. That being said, should still be much cheaper than ETH and hopefully cheaper than BNB. As weird as it sounds, you don't want free or near free transaction costs because then you will come under attack from bots, as has happened many smaller chains that set prices too low. I'm hoping for somewhere between 0.308 and 0.203 per transaction, similar to a BNB and Polygon. IMO, they need to tweak that higher. 0.302 for one bone won't burn much SHIB at all, and it won't make it so people have to keep buying bone, resulting in too low prices to cause a need to hold a supply. I think that's slow because they are counting on having millions of transactions. My thinking, okay, but why not a penny to burn SHIB? It's so negligible to the transaction, and as the SHIB price goes up, these small fees will do nothing for deflation. Here we've got someone saying we will get a clear picture on what these numbers will look like as Shibarium beta progresses, especially once an official transaction per second number is announced. Visa processed 192.53 billion transactions within this fiscal year of 2022, up from 164.734 billion on fiscal 2021. Don't know how many transactions per second Shibarium will have, but the goal would be to compete with the likes of Visa, to encourage companies to use it. As is, once Shibarium is out of beta, we already have multiple projects generating transactions. SHIB, the Metaverse, ShibaSwap V2, Whaley, and SHIB Eternity, among others, including any other project that will be using Shibarium network to take advantage of its fast transactional speeds and low fees. The more projects that get on board, the more transactions will generate, which would mean more bone fees will get paid and more SHIB will get burned. The whole idea with the fees being low is that everyone, everywhere can partake. SHIB is not just about Americans who seem to only want to get rich, but about empowering everybody, everywhere to have access to a truly revolutionary financial system that allows people to have an economy that they own free from a central authority. Sorry to burst your bubble, but these numbers just don't reflect real world use. Those aren't bones being spent, but instead testnet bones. I expect Shibarium mainnet fees to settle to about the same as Polygon fees, which are significantly lower than Ethereum L1, but not ridiculously low so as to not be worth it for the validators. Pulse chain will be more like this. I can tell you that trading fund in the unification web wallet, not ETH ERC20 fund, the CX fund from Bitforex or MXC costs about 0.10 cents. Okay, I sent 10k fund through Gravity Bridge and it was less than 1/4. I believe Shibarium is running a smaller protocol. Since unification is the oracle, that's probably how it will work. Exciting time, so sick of paying $30-50 in gas fees, but also might be the reason for bone dip. If it's like 0.305% of one bone for gas fee, no one will need much bone. I wish the chain a lot of luck, but Paul's chain is going to murder this. So guys, here we've got a lot of talk about the future of things. I know this is just a test. I know a lot of you will be like, well, this isn't 100% accurate, probably you'll be higher. Yes, we get it. It's very, very likely to be so, but it's more or less an indication. There's no reason for them to, create something that is fake, that is misleading. That's not the point of it, okay? The reason why they put beta out is to test it out, so when they release the real thing, it can work and run smoothly. So everything is already planned out, because what is the point? If imagine they release beta and then they put out the real thing, what are they going to get out of it if it just doesn't operate the same way or anywhere close? So it's always been about right now trying to reduce those fees, give you more or less indication of how much it'll cost. I mean, undoubtedly, this is already a great thing. The question now is how much, okay? How much? I know a lot of debates here, and people, as I've said, they believe it could be higher. Some have compared it to others. I get it. It's normal, okay? This is a normal comparison. When we compare it to things like BNB, and then obviously all the other ones that are out there, yes, we could potentially, kind of try and include them with some sort of similarities with Polygon fees. Okay, but you know what they all have in common? That they're still lower than the Ethereum L1, because the Ethereum L1 is just a absolute mood killer. It's so expensive. Like, how much money could we be wasting? It just doesn't make sense at this point. So this is going to be definitely a massive attraction, attention grabber for everyone. We might see big corporations, companies working, using the layer 2 solution, and guess what? You know what's going to happen to your bone? There's going to be an absolute explosion. Can you imagine so many transactions going through, millions and millions? There's not even that much bone out there, and at some point, they're going to have to think of ways to maybe even increase supply. Who knows? Because demand for bone is going to be so high, supply is low, and guess what's going to happen to the price? An absolute explosion. Okay, your wealth is going to go up like no tomorrow. But I'm excited to see all these projects going through. Guys, if you want to also go test it out, see it for yourself, okay? This is just a screenshot from one individual. But if you have any thoughts, please leave them down below in the comment section. It would be very interesting to know what you think about this and how do you see it going forward. Most importantly, don't forget to subscribe, join this community, like, share, all that good stuff really does matter. And guys, big thank you to everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.